What's up everybody? Welcome to Smokestack Joe's. On today's episode, I'm going to be smoking some delicious beef short ribs on the pit barrel cooker. Usually short ribs you get in little chunks. I was able to find at my butcher some beautiful full rack of short ribs here. These are going to be great on the smoker. It's usually tough to find these like this. The marbling in these short ribs is phenomenal. That's why this is such a great meat. Sometimes you can find the boneless short rib meat, and that's perfect for making burgers. Grind that up for fresh burgers, it's phenomenal. These look pretty good. What I will do, trim a little bit of this silver skin off of here, and then we'll season them up. So you're gonna have all this bone fragments here. You just take your knife, scrape it, give it a good scrape. A lot of that comes off. You're not gonna want that, so go ahead and do that. So we're gonna get these trimmed and seasoned, and on the pit barrel, I'm gonna go ahead and light that pit barrel now, come back, get these all ready for it. So, see you then. Alright, so on this piece of beef, we got a little bit of silver skin here. You're not going to want that. Not very desirable. So just get underneath it, trim that off. There's so much fat in the meat, so much intramuscular fat on this. I wouldn't be too worried about taking off a lot of this fat. But this silver skin, you do not want. Got that cleaned up pretty good. It's a nice big old chunk of fat here. Just going to go ahead and cut some of this off. Like I said, we have all that intramuscular fat. You're not going to need all this. The thing about short ribs is you get these big pockets of fat. You can see how much fat there is in there. Basically all fat right there. You don't need to take it all out. Just take a good chunk of it away. Now, there's a membrane on the back of here. You can remove that if you like. For beef ribs, I like to leave that on. It'll make sure that these beef ribs won't fall apart on you, so it's a good idea to leave that on. You could always take it off after when it's cooked pretty easily. All right, got our beef ribs trimmed. Now we just want to season these up. Don't bother seasoning the bottom. It's got that membrane on there. There's no point. But get all the sides and the top. I like to take a little avocado oil, coat these, get them nice and tacky. First thing, a little kosher salt. You can use any salt you prefer, sea salt, doesn't matter. It's a pretty big cut of meat. You're gonna want a good amount of salt. Be good with the salt. Next, some ground black pepper. Last thing, garlic powder. That's it, SPG, that's what we're doing on these today. With a big cut of beef, SPG is the go-to seasoning. These are ready for the pit barrel. Let's throw them on. All right, this pit barrel's smoking away. Let's get these beef ribs on. Alright, so we got those short ribs on the pit barrel cooker. This cook is going to be very similar to a brisket cook. We're really looking for a nice bark to set up on these. Then we're going to pull them off and wrap them, throw them back on the pit barrel, let them go for another couple hours. We're looking more for tenderness at that point. We're going to be poking it with a thermometer, see how tender that beef is. That's really what we're looking for. So temperature is kind of a guideline, but it's not exactly at this set degree mark, these are done. And pre-wrap, it's also for bark. You want that nice bark. Sometimes you'll have to cook it longer to get that bark. You might have to go to a higher degree. Sometimes it'll be lower. I'm thinking 3 or 4 hours till these are ready to pull off and wrap. I'm going to check them after about 2 hours, just see where they are. I'll see you then. Alright guys, these ribs have been on for about 2 hours. I checked them. They look pretty done to me, ready to be wrapped. Didn't take the 3 to 4 hours I thought it would. That's why you want to check it early on just to see what's going on. So let's head out to the cooker. We'll take a look at them, check the temp, pull them off and wrap them. Let's go. Alright. Let's take a look at these. That's what you're looking for. You can see how this pulled way back from the bone. Now you just want to give it a good temperature check. We're about 185 here. All right, let's get these off and get them wrapped. All right, these beef ribs are ready to be wrapped. And just look at these things. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's get these wrapped and back on the smoker. As you can see here, I got some of this Wagyu beef tallow. You guys need to get this. You can pick it up on Amazon. It's phenomenal. Now what I like to do is get some of this tallow. I'm sure you've seen people do this with brisket. Put this all over this butcher paper here. Don't be shy. Stuff is great. This will take your brisket, beef ribs, anything like that to the next level. We're gonna load this baby up. It's gonna be dripping with fat when we're done with this. That should be good like that. Take our beef ribs, go beef side down, right in that tallow, just like that. Now we just wrap these up. Getting some rippage here. You gotta be careful for those bones. We'll double wrap these, and that's how you want it to end. I finished so that membrane, that rib side is down. That's exactly how you want it. It's gonna go on the smoker just like that. Let's get it on the smoker. I'm gonna throw a probe in here. Wait till we get to about 200 degrees. I'm gonna start checking for tenderness. So onto the smoker we go. On the ribs go. Let these go for a little bit. I'll get a thermometer in there and we'll check them when they hit about 200. All right, these ribs have been on for about an hour and a half since we wrapped them. We're at an internal temperature of 205. Let's pull them off and check for tenderness. Yep, it's like butter, just sliding right through. So these are done. We're gonna pull them off, let them cool, and we'll slice into them and see how they look. All right, we let these ribs rest for a couple hours. Let's slice into them and take a look. And here we are. Super juicy. They're just falling apart. And there we are. You can see how tender these are. These bones, you can just pull these bones right out of here. Look at that. Oh yeah. These things are looking good. Can't beat that, guys. Super tender, fall off the bone beef short ribs. So good. All right, we got these beef ribs cut up. All we gotta do is slice them up and give them a try, and I'm super excited. They smell ridiculous and they are super juicy. I'm going right here to show you how tender they are. Give this a shot. Right? Right? Come on. What I like to do is just slice these up, just some beautiful slices. This is how you serve it up at a party. All right, guys. That's it. Beautiful sliced short rib. That's what you want. Let's give this a try. Now, see this? This is that membrane. It's that membrane we left on to keep them together. Take that, peel that off. Don't want that. This is what you're left with. Delicious short rib meat. Let's give this a shot. So good. Super savory. Just the pepper, the garlic, the salt. It's a perfect combo. Super tender. See, it just falls apart. You guys have to try this. It's fantastic. It's a lot of meat. The options for leftovers are endless with this. I'm thinking some empanadas. You could make a beef stroganoff, a smoked short rib beef stroganoff. Get out of here, man. Come on. The options are endless with this short rib meat. So, guys, give this a try. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, do all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram. I got good stuff going on there. You'll be up to date with everything that I'm doing. So, till next time, Smokestack Joe's. You don't want to miss it. This is good stuff. I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you.